Frame off restored 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS, big block, 5-speed. Let's take it for a test drive. So this is a 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Obviously this car would have had a 396 in it originally, but now it has a 454 in it, which runs really well. It is backed by a Tremec 5-speed manual transmission. You do have a 12-bolt rear end, and you do have some nice mechanical upgrades. Starting with the motor, again, it is a 454. It is nothing high performance, just kind of a good cruiser. Motor has good power. That 5-speed shifts through all the gears well. The clutch feels great, and just a really easy car to drive. You have power steering, power front disc brakes. Again, you have a 12-bolt rear end. You do have aftermarket UMI lower control arms with an aftermarket UMI rear sway bar. So your road feel is great. It goes exactly where you want it to, and just a really nice and tight driving car. Again, this thing was frame off restored. In my additional information tab on the website, pcclassiccars.com, you will see some smaller paint flaws, and there will be another folder within the additional information folder of all of the restoration photos I got from when this thing was restored a number of years ago. I was not the one that did it, but I did get a little zip drive with all the photos of them taking the car completely apart. They went through basically everything, and it's just a really, really nice car. I do list this as a Chevelle SS. Unfortunately, I don't have any paperwork. I have to have an original build sheet, or for this to be a numbers matching car, which I don't have either, to 100% prove that it is a true SS. But it has all the parts and pieces from just the visual aspect of it to be a real SS. And again, it has a 454 in it now. It obviously has its 396 badging, because it would have been a 396 car if it was a big block car originally. So just a couple of disclaimers there. No way to prove or disprove that it is a real SS or not. But to me, it's got all the right stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and list it as a true SS, because I believe it to be. Non-AC car, but the heat does work. I would go ahead and buy the vintage AC setup. That would really take this car to the next level, and that's really the one thing that I would want to do to it. On the interior, you have a very nice, I would say again, restored interior. It's a black interior. You do have aftermarket Dakota digital gauges with the little push buttons under the dash here to switch to the digital displays down at the bottom. This one does have aftermarket front and rear power windows. You have the 4 switches over here, and then you have the individual switches around the car. Dash pad has like a little wave spot right on the top here. It is an actual dash pad. It's not a cap, so you could probably put some heat on that just to make it get a little bit more flush. Carpet's in nice shape. Mats look good. Headliner, visors, all that stuff really checks out very, very nice. You have a comfort grip steering wheel with a working horn. And then again, I love those Dakota digital gauges. Just again, a stock style interior, which shows really, really well, all redone probably at the same time as the rest of the car. On the does it work section, a couple small things are not working. You do have an aftermarket retro style stereo, but the radio is not hooked up and it's not working, but the stereo is there, so just need to get it wired up to ready to go and probably put some speakers in here. Reverse lights and the little tag light in the back above the license plate aren't working, but those are simple things. And I believe the other item was the washer fluid sprayer. So nothing that's terrible, just some small stuff that someone could fix kind of over a weekend if you want to. My Does It Work section will be posted on the website, pcclassiccars.com. We're warmed up good, so we'll go ahead and test out the big block here. Kick it over to 5th and let it roll. So you do have a really nice set of aftermarket headers, full dual exhaust, mufflers sound good coming out the back. Not a terribly loud car going down the road, but it does have a good muscle car sound to it. Underneath, again, you can check out the photos in that additional information tab. They restored this car. The frame was all painted. The underneath is extremely nice. They did do rear quarters and rear drop downs on it when they restored it, but they did a really nice job. It shows very well. Floors are in excellent shape. It's got a nice coating on the bottom. Again, that frame's painted. They did a really nice job when they took the body off the frame, and it shows very, very well on the underneath. On the exterior, they did a color change. This was originally a Glen Green car with a black top. Now it is black with a black top. I think it is an excellent looking car with the no stripes, just black paint, shows very well. You do have a couple little scuffs. There's like a little touch up where the hood met the fender over here. Other miscellaneous little imperfections all the way around the car. A couple very, very faint little, like, I don't want to say scratches because they're not, like little lines in the paint on the passenger side fender. If someone did a color correction on this car and just did some little more touch-ups, it would be really, really nice. Factory style wheels, tires are 19 and 20 on the date code. All of the trim shows well. Final top is in great shape. Whoever did the paint really did a nice job, and it does show very, very nice. It is not a brand new paint job, but it still shows very well. And again, whoever did it definitely was a professional. The clutch feels good. Back on your suspension, all of the front suspension looks like stock style equipment that was replaced when the car was restored. The steering is nice and tight. I would say it's on the tighter side of things for an older muscle car. You do have stock upper control arms in the rear and those aftermarket UMI lower control arms with the matching sway bar in the back. Stock front sway bar. Road feel is great on this. Doesn't pull you left, doesn't pull you right. The brakes stop it very, very well. Driving position is super comfortable. Seat foam feels good. All your glass is in really good shape. The power windows do work. The front ones are a little bit slower, but they do make it down, do make it all the way up. Rear view mirror is easy to see out of. Side window, I guess I just have one on this side, not one over there, but the side mirror looks good over here. Back glass doesn't have any issues. Windshield doesn't have any stone chips that I can see. Downshift a second here and we'll roll into the throttle some. There's a little bit more of an aggressive pull for you. Not a race car, but it has good power for what it is. Not a crazy, crazy built 454, more of kind of a stock style setup. You can always do an aluminum top end kit on one of these or buy a big nasty crate motor if you want some crazy horsepower. But if you just want a fun Chevelle that looks really kick-ass and is very, very nice front to back, this is a great, great car. Inside the trunk is super clean. Same thing with the engine bay. Looks very, very clean. Nothing's out of place in there. Just overall, a well-done car front to back, and it's hard to go wrong with a big block 5-speed Chevelle and triple black. Just a great, great looking car. I'm always a fan of the Dakota gauges. These ones are nice. They have multiple different ones. I like these ones where they still look like a factory style gauge. They're not all digital, but you have the digital little cutout on each gauge on the left and right side you can toggle through, but you have your speedo, and then you have your tach, and then you have the two smaller gauges on each one. You have fuel on the left and voltage, and then on the right gauge you have temperature and oil pressure, and all those are reading correct, which looks great. Turn signal switch again is nice and tight, and I love a 5-speed. It's just hard to go wrong with that. As always, I'm Mike. This is a frame off restored 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS with a 454 and a 5-speed manual transmission. From myself and everybody else here at PC Classic Cars, we appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drive videos. Make sure you check out that additional information tab on the website PCClassicCars.com. Catch you guys on the next video.